Alrighty. Another day in Sea of Thieves. Another day in Sea of Thieves. I'm doing some cargo runs. I need to do cargo runs. Oh, because of this stuff. And there's only, like, 15 hours left. Now, I don't understand. Why am I not an admiral? I've got 271 emissary value. Where the fuck is my admiral status? Bitch. This is what happens when you quit the game for a while and come back and you got so much shit that you're overwhelmed with. I mean, I get it, Rare. We were all pushing you a few years back because there was like no content. I mean, have you guys seen how like little content there was back in the day? And now look at it. It's just filled with content. It's everywhere. It's intimidating. It's scary. And this is coming from an Xbox player. You can only imagine. I thought PC players were bad enough. Shit. Now we're getting force-fed content on the regular basis every month. And don't get me wrong, I love it. I love the contents. The contents of the table is fantastic. Rare is absolutely on their A game, and especially with this Season 8 update. Oh my fucking god! They are just going off, bro, with the content. But holy damn, Daddy needs to chill with the content sometimes. But nah. It is what it is. I just need to do some of this emissary shit, because I'm still getting caught up from all the previous stuff. I mean, I have other games I play, and I have taken a bit of a break from this game, and I come back on it occasionally to play. I mean, that's why I'm like level 75 in all these factions. I mean, I still play the game, but not as frequently as I did. Not as frequently. But lately, I've been playing it, having some fun, getting into a lot of fights, losing, winning, losing. It's kind of my schedule there when it comes to my battles. But it's a lot of fun. It's sweaty. It just gets my adrenaline up, gets me mad, gets me angry, gets me sad, all sorts of mixed emotions, get one ball to the face. You know, the kind of deal that you have to deal with and have to accept when you play Sea of Thieves. But for the most part, it's a fun game. It's nice. It's a very unique game. It's not like any other game. There's not a single game I could think of that's like this game. It's a fun time. So yeah, I hope you guys do like this kind of content. It's just me sailing, doing some voyages. This is kind of like the casual portion of these videos that I plan on doing. Now, if I actually manage to get in any fights, I will actually post those as well. Now, yeah, if you guys aren't new to the channel and you guys like are just stopping in and you have not seen what I'm all about or heard what I'm all about, yeah, I'm just a guy that likes to play video games, and I like to play ship games in particular. That's why Sea of Thieves has kind of caught my interest, along with other games such as World of Warships and whatnot, and all that. World of Warships Legends in particular, because I'm a console pleb. Yep, I know, console players. Oh my gosh, we're all so bad. But you know, a lot of people forget. You know, their arrogance kind of blinds them, you know, if you will. But there's some good console players out there. You can't underestimate console players. You just can't. There's a lot of good ones out there. Me being one of them. I mean, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but you know, you just gotta be careful, especially if you're a PC player, because there is some fucking good ass console players out there. But then again, I mean, I'm sure you guys will be just fine with your jiggle keying, quick scoping, double gunning asses out there. I'm sure you guys will be just fine dealing with us, which is why I opt out of PC play, because I don't want to deal with that shit, you know? But yeah, I may get a little heat for saying that, but I don't want to have to deal with PC players. It's just my preference, which is, I mean, hey, we're all entitled to do what we want, but that's just me. I don't like fighting PC players anymore. I didn't mind it back in the day, but every PC player I come across is just a absolute sweat lord, jiggle keying, quick scoping god, and it's just something I don't enjoy. It's unfair. It's not balanced. And speaking of unfair and unbalanced, we get Kraken. I love this game. Rare, why do you gotta rare me like that? Why me? So yeah, as I was saying, I just don't want to deal with it. I don't like dealing with that shit. And honestly, you have to be a console player to understand it. You just have to be a console player to understand it. Or to not understand it, I don't know. Die, Kraken. Alright, well, at least should have some loot. Get our emissary up. And we're sinking. Pretty hard. Yeah, we're alright. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like playing Sea of Thieves casually, or are you a sweat lord? Do you guys like to just go around there and absolutely just dominate people with your double gunning, quick scoping selves? I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what makes you happy. Go for it. And I don't have any problems with it either. I love watching it. Like, I can't do it myself. That's the problem, man. I'm a console player. If I try to even do it, it's just, it feels so unnatural. Like, I can't do that shit, man. Yeah, I like watching it. It's definitely entertaining. And like I'm not the PvP or I mean, I do PvP, but I'm not the kind of guy that's like, PvP is toxic. No, it's, you know, it's Sea of Thieves. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's Sea of Thieves. If you get sunk, it's part of the game. It's an open world pirate game, you know? It's part of the game. Yeah, maybe annoying. Yeah, you can rage a bit. Yeah, you can get a little salty, but at the end of the day, you can't like call them toxic, or, you know, you can't blame them for killing you. You can only call them a couple names and move on. Like saying how they're a bunch of pieces of shit or something like that, just because you're a little mad. But you can't blame people for sinking you. It's a pirate game. You gotta accept it, move on with your lovely Sea of Thieves journey. Because, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, it's a pirate game. Thieves is in the title. And this is coming from somebody who does PvE too. Like, I do it all. I also do PvE. I do that because I need money. PvE is like the only way to make money without having to sweat your ass off. But, yeah. Now, I do like this, like I think I said at the beginning of the video, I do like the Season 8 update. But the only problem I have with it is I think the supplies need to rework. I hate having to constantly keep up my supplies, and there's just a big war of attrition when it comes to the supplies, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like, I don't like that. I really don't. So I don't really do it. Don't get me wrong, I think it's awesome to go beneath the waves, rise up on people. I mean, I've streamed it quite a bit. I've had a 10-hour stream just earlier, and I like that stuff, but it's not something I want to do all the time because there's some balancing things I need to do, definitely. At least in my opinion. But for the most part, it's an awesome game mode. I think it's a great addition to the game. But it's probably only going to last so long before people, you know, kind of get bored of it after a while. They'll be going back to the adventure kind of stuff. And just going around rumbling people. There's already been people doing it. I've already seen a few ships out there. Already just killing each other for fun and reaping each other. So, I mean, yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know. But yeah, I like this update. It's pretty cool. I don't have any complaints, really. Just some things I think they need to tweak a bit, but other than that, yeah, I think it's one of the best updates this game has had. Phenomenal job. And, you know, I gotta give it to Rare, too. Although their content's kind of overwhelming, but man, they've been updating this game absolutely phenomenally. They do listen to the community quite well, I notice, and this is just coming from somebody who doesn't play the game a whole lot very often. But from what I've witnessed and from what I've seen, yeah, Rare does a pretty excellent job, and they're updating their game monthly and adding seasons. They're on Season 8 now, obviously, and it's just, you gotta give them kudos to that. And this game, you know, is welcoming to everybody. Like, anybody can get started. And it's through Game Pass, too, and don't get me wrong, like, there's obviously some problems with the game, but then again, I wouldn't know half of them, because I don't play the game religiously like a lot of people do. But, yeah, for the most part, it's a pretty fun game. It's a pretty Pretty fun game. Now, my best advice to people who are just purely PvE players, you know, continue to do what you're doing, but don't hold so much resentment towards PvPers. Like, especially the ones that are saying GG and stuff. Now, if they're being toxic and like calling you shit and saying how bad you are and how you should go fuck yourself or whatever, yeah, you have a right to be mad at those kind of people, the toxic PvPers. That's different. But if they're just killing you for your loot, you can't blame them, you know? It's a pirate game. It's a pirate game, literally. Like, I'm doing PvE and shit right now, and I have a pirate flag up. Like, I don't care if I sink. It's the risk I take playing this game. You know, it's just one of those things. You know? So you can't get mad at people for sinking you. I mean, you can, like, get mad on how they did it, or, like, you can get a little salty. I mean, shit. I have to be careful when I talk about it, because I'm quite hypocritical. You know, if I don't say I don't get salty. But I get pretty pissed when I sink at times. Like, the ways I've been sunk, it gets annoying. Don't get me wrong. This game has its frustrations. But, yeah, you can't, like, say at all that sinking people is bad for the game. It's not. It's a pirate game. You know? In all seriousness, though, we just sold our merchant stuff. I honestly think that's going to be it for me. I'm tired. I need sleep. I've been, like, literally streaming all day. It's very early in the morning. I need to get some rest. So, yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this video. I do appreciate you guys dropping by. If you liked it, like it, subscribe, leave a comment. And I will catch you guys on the next adventure. Peace out. Stay healthy, as always.